is get you. It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be talking about the summer standout cards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, how to get them, and which ones you guys should be focused on adding to your specific squad. Now, it is important to note you can buy them directly through the player market, but they're pretty expensive in the player market. I mean, even Jordan Walsh, who I think is a great budget option, is 6,000 MT in the player market. So I think you have a hard time making the case that any of these guys are worth it. Now, if you missed out who I think is good and bad for these players, make sure to go check out my worth it vid that I did do earlier today. Now, let's talk about these cards and the grind for each and every one of them. Now, starting with the Emeralds, okay, all these aren't really bad, okay? One double-double with the Cavs player, really easy. Big game, scored 25 points or more with the Celtics player, really easy. This is a challenge. If you're no money spent, I would definitely do, because I am a big fan of Jordan Walsh. And then Malaki Branham, 5 threes or more with the Spurs player. All three of these challenges are really easy to do. If you get them all, you do get a Series 1 pack as well. Now, again, the one I'd really focus on here is the Jordan Walsh because I do think he's the best Emerald. And again, 25 points or more with the Celtics player in a game is not super hard to do. Now, if you do want to pick up a Celtics player for that challenge, who should you get? Okay, that's a big time question because, I mean, obviously, that's what people want to know. Okay, Ty, cool, but who should I pick up for the Boston Celtics to help get that challenge done? Like Glenn Davis, not a good option, okay? For me, neither is Kendrick Perkins. What you're gonna have to do, again, I always look through here, see if there's a really good Celtics player for cheap, but there's not. I'd go in here, and when you look at the Boston Celtics, you want to probably find somebody that's relatively cheap, number one, but that can knock down shots, because you're going to be on an easy difficulty. So if you want a Celtics player, I mean, I don't know. I mean, none of these cards are looking that great down here at the bottom. Brissett probably has a decent 3-ball, 64 still isn't great. Sam Hauser is who I'd pick up. 100%, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'd pick him up, grind those 24 points out for 1,000 MT, and then you'll be able to add Jordan Walsh as well. So that's kind of the main one I would recommend grinding is the Jordan Walsh one. I do definitely think he is worth picking up. Now to the Sapphires, okay? These guys, really easy to get as well, okay? 70 points with Kings players over multiple games. Now, for me, I'm probably just going to do that in triple threat offline. That's probably the mode I'm going to do that in. And if you think about Kings players, okay, who for the Kings could you use to get this challenge done? I mean, I personally, I don't even have any Kings players. So I'm going to be with you guys. I'm probably going to have to go buy a Kings player, which at least it's only one. But who for the Kings can you guys pick up for relatively cheap? And grind and get these easy challenges done. Now, I always start, with these and then go from there. I'm scrolling just like you guys are going to obviously have to do if you want to pick up some guys. Doesn't look like there's any, budget ballers for the Kings, so then you got to go in here. And for the Kings, if it's triple threat offline, if it's on an easy difficulty, sure, you might be able to get it done. But even like, I don't know, an Alex Len, you could mash with him and make something shake. Kessler Edwards, 67 3-ball isn't bad, 65 right there. Keon Ellis has a 65, so maybe Kessler Edwards is your best bet because, again, I wouldn't want to spend more than 1,000 MT. For me, I'm on a harder difficulty of triple threat offline. I'd probably get Kessler Edwards and go from there. 75 points. It's a decent amount, but again, it shouldn't be super difficult to do. So that's what I would do if I, wanted Keegan Murray. And I do think out of these Sapphires, Keegan Murray is definitely the best. Now, Max Christie, he's not bad. You need 8 blocks in domination. You can just play domination, get those done as you go through it. Isaiah Jackson, I don't love him, but you're going to get this free Isaiah Jackson done if you play triple threat with centers. Okay, not somebody you really have to focus specifically on, but that you can just get it as you go. Okay, now here to all the rubies. So for every ruby, you got to get all these challenges done. So if you want Jabari Smith Jr., you got to get each of these 3 challenges done. 71 points with power forwards over multiple multiplayer games. That challenge is just going to happen if you do play multiplayer just in general. If you do it in triple threat online, again, use a power forward, get that done. Win 2 games in a row using 3 or more Rockets players. Oh, great. Okay, so you need Rockets players for that. Get 1 block and 1 steal with a player in a game. That's not bad. At least with this, guys, you can go into triple threat offline and get this done pretty easy. 1 block, 1 steal. You can probably just get that done by playing the game, and then this one's going to be the one you focus on. My big concern here is that you need Rockets players. The one thing about it is, at least, you're going to need Rockets players for Cam Whitmore, and it's only 3. And then you know, if you want to get 5, I guess you can just go do these other challenges that we did get yesterday as well for Isaiah Mobley. So I guess, you know, you can kind of combo those up. If you want to get those 5 Rockets players, you can do what you guys have to do. Jabari Smith Jr., you should be able to get done within an hour. You know, in general, I don't think it's going to take you super long to do. Definitely think he's worth it. Picking up those 3 Rockets players and going from there. For Cam Whitmore, 8 steals, easy enough to do. 15 dunks, really easy to do. 1 double-double with the Rockets player, really easy to do. You honestly should be able to get Cam Whitmore and Jabari Smith Jr. both within 1 hour of playing the game, which, again, I am a big fan of. I definitely recommend doing that. So, I mean, I'd recommend getting Keegan Murray for you guys. I'd recommend going and getting Jordan Walsh, and then I'd get both Cam Whitmore and Jabari Smith Jr. Now, for Sam Merrill, I don't love Sam Merrill in general. I don't think the card's great, and you do have to have 8 Cavs players. So, Sam Merrill's a guy I'm probably out on. If you have a bunch of Cavs players, obviously you guys can go do your thing, do what you guys got to do. Again, I have 1 Cavs player to my name, so that's not somebody I'm going to get. Iksa, thank you for the prime. I appreciate you, but that, again, that's just not something I'm probably going to do. So as far as what I'm willing to grind today, guys, I'm focused on Jabari Smith Jr. as well as Cam Whitmore. And all of these are relatively easy to do. So if you want to go and get all the sapphires, you definitely can. I'm probably out on Sam Merrill. So even when it comes to my No Money Spent Squad series, I'm out. When you need 8 Cavs players, by the time you go in here and do that, it's just going to cost you a ridiculous amount of MT. So the question then becomes, okay, Ty, if I want the 3 Rockets players, or I'll just give you 5 Rockets players, who should you guys be picking up? So obviously, again, I like to look through these. Are there any decent Rockets players for relatively cheap in here before we dive into to obviously the bigger ones? Kenny Smith, I mean, he has a decent 3-ball, probably not the worst option to pick up because he's not bad. 7,000 MT is a little more than I like to spend though. But again, the problem is when you talk about Rockets players, you're probably gonna have to spend a decent amount of MT as it is. So Rockets, again, I have none. So I'd probably get Darius Days. He's 1,000 MT. And then if you need 3, I mean, shoot, might as well get to, I don't know, Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson should be able to shoot. Never mind. I figured he would because he's a rookie. 44 3-ball is horrible. Can Dylan Brooks shoot? I mean, that's the thing. You got to find guys with decent 3-balls. KPJ definitely pick up. Okay, so like I'm gonna, you know, probably grind this out. So I guess KPJ, Jabari Smith Jr., and then Darius Days is who I would pick up. Again, I hate spending MT, but I'd rather spend MT doing this compared to buying him outright. So I mean, it is what it is. I guess I'll go through, buy some of these cards, buy some of these players. And those are the 3 Rockets players I personally would buy. So now I got 3 Rockets players, got a forward, I got some guys that can do some things, and I can easily get this challenge done. So that's kind of what I would recommend doing for you guys. Again, KPJ has a good release, should be easy enough to get the challenge done. But again, you should be able to get all of these challenges done for Cam Whitmore and Jabari Smith Jr. in an hour and a half. And these guys are 2 really solid guys to add to your squad. So for me, Jordan Walsh, Keegan Murray probably, and then focused on the 2 rubies. That's the way I would go. That's going to wrap it up for our video, guys. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.